Brian De Paz, UNTV News and Rescue, Kamkrame.
A lawmaker files a bill that seeks to offer cheaper alternative funeral services in the country. Nel Maribuhok will tell us why.
Ako Bicol Party List Representative Rodel Batucabe is pushing a bill that seeks cheaper alternative funeral service to help poor families and prevent congestion in cemeteries. The lawmaker filed House Bill 135 or Accessible Crematories Act. It aims to establish a government-subsidized cremation facility.
Na magkaroon ng bawat distrito ng crematorium na gastos ng gobyerno. Alam po niyo bakit? Napakalaki ang nauokupang espasyo ng mga sementeryo.
But according to one funeral service owner, many still prefer the traditional funeral over cremation.
So ang gusto ng mga tao, makaraos sila na maayos naman, maganda naman ang kahinatnan ng paglibing ng kanilang mga mahal sa buhay.
As of now, according to Pablo Alabata, the owner of St. Paul Bernard Memorial Chapel, the funeral services are getting cheaper. The cheapest traditional funeral service cost around 15,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos for the funeral parlor, and 5,000 pesos for the burial in municipal cemetery. Meanwhile, a private crematorium charges almost 17,000 to 30,000 pesos.
So kung pagbabasihan natin yung presyo, mas mahal ang pasunog kaysa ililibing kung ikukumpara natin sa mga public cemetery.
The proposed Accessible Crematories Act is now pending in the House Committee on Social Services for further discussion.
People continue to arrive here at the Manila North Cemetery to visit their departed ones. In fact, the police has recorded over 10,000 visitors just for today. Some people say this is the best time to visit as vehicles can still get in, but others opt to walk instead as traffic builds up at the entrance of the cemetery. One of them is Pasencia Grones. She says she's gone cemetery hopping to visit departed loved ones, and this is her last stop for the day. On November 1, she'd stay home instead.
Sobrang tao doon. Grabe. Minsan sa nagkawala-wala yung mga kasama ko, yung mga apo ko.
Same is true for others who brave the scorching heat just to avoid the crowd.
Tulad sa akin, nahirap ako maglakad. Sisiksik pa sa maraming tao, kaya ngayon kami pumunta.
Kasi mayroon pa pupunta na iba pa na sementeryo.
Now, inside the cemetery, business is booming. Apart from flowers, there are food stalls everywhere. But for last-minute shoppers, flower prices already went up.
Dati ito 80, ngayon po 120, 150, ganun. Nagtataas po yung tangwa, kaya nagtataas din po kami ng bulaklak.
Later this evening, all vehicles will be barred from entering the cemetery.
For the entire day, to control the huge number of visitors, all gates of the cemetery are now closed to all types of vehicles, even bicycles. So you have no choice but to roam around the cemetery by foot. Although there are wheelchairs that could be lent for the elderly and persons with disabilities. And of course, visiting their loved ones is a family affair. We saw them cleaning the graves of their loved ones together. For some families, this is an opportunity for them to reunite and eat together in a picnic mats. A number of people and fans also visited the grave of Action King Fernando Poe Jr.
Kasi nakakamiss kasi yung pinakamagaling nating action star.
Una, idol namin si PJ. Tapos pangalawa, nakatulong kasi siya sa tatay ko nung nagkasakit na confined sa heart center. Kasi naging leader niya yung tatay ko, si Kaamang Garcia, nung panahon ng eleksyon.
Holiday travelers have started to crowd the check-in counters at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Aga Kaakbay will tell us why.
Travelers are gradually arriving at the NAIA Terminal 3 to take advantage of their vacation this long holiday. Implementation of the security has been intensified within the airport premises, where each passenger needs to pass a thorough screening and inspection of baggage. A long queue in the check-in counter starts to build up. The Manila International Airport Authority, or the MIAA, estimates that starting tonight, the bustle of passengers going to the provinces is expected to rush in, while others will leave the country for vacation. MIAA advises all passengers who will go to the airport to come earlier than the prescribed time of checking in to prevent heavy traffic around the NAIA. Some passengers also prefer to go to the airport earlier to avoid any inconveniences.
Para po maiwasan yung siksikan din po kasi sobrang daming tao. So crowded, baka mali tayo sa biyahe.
Ang flight kasi mamayang gabi pa kung wala namang hindi pwede na ipagpaliban pa kasi fully book lahat ng airlines.
As of this time, the entire NAIA is in full alert status. The personnel of PNP Aviation Security Command and the airport police are on duty 24/7, and they are not allowed to have their leave of absence until the end of this long holiday. MIAA also ensures that the 4 terminals of the NAIA are prepared for the arrival of the passengers. The management of NAIA once again reiterates to the passengers to take care of their belongings and be alert against criminal elements.
The number of passengers arriving at the Araneta bus terminal is expected to reach up to 7,000. The terminal management, however, assures of sufficient buses because the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, has earlier issued special permits. They also guarantee enough tickets for travelers. Along with this, the Philippine National Police, or PNP, has tightened the security in the area. This morning, NCRPO Chief Oscar Albayalde and Quezon City Police District Director Guillermo Eliazar inspected the area to make sure that all the security guidelines are being observed. The security officers implement strict inspection of the luggage of passengers. The PNP will deploy 7,000 police personnel until November 2.
Sa ating mga commuters, sa ating mga kababayan, if anything na meron silang makita na anything suspicious, whether yung bag or box or any suspicious person, mas mabanda ipagbigay alam kagad natin sa mga pulis na nakatalaga sa mga iba't ibang bus stations o sa iba't ibang mga seaport or airport natin. Huwag gagalawin, stay calm.
The Land Transportation Office is holding several buses that fail their safety standards. One of which is the Silver Star bus because its tires are bald and screws are loose.
Ito nga may violation na, may deficiency siya. Walang na to. Dapat tingin na. Wala eh. Kita mo. So saka ito, bald na. So ang biyahe nito late ay ang travel time nito, ang kilometers na nito, mga 500 kilometers mahigit paano patakboy niyan? Bigay na ito. Aksidente labas, no?
The Department of Trade and Industry has also issued a notice of violation to some of the stores at the terminal for selling overpriced bottled water. They have asked the stores for explanation since price freeze for basic commodities is still in effect until November 3.
Bahala na kayo sumagot po doon, Kasi hindi talaga yan ang dapat na ginagawa.
Rosa Licoz, UNTV News and Rescue, Quezon City.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police will maximize their presence through checkpoints in critical areas during the long holiday. Brian De Paz will tell us why.
The Philippine Army, Philippine Air Force, and Philippine Navy remain on alert and ready to augment additional troops to support the unified commands of AFP and PNP this long holiday. The AFP and the PNP Joint Task Force will maximize its presence through checkpoints in critical areas. This will be complemented by the deployment of K9 and explosive ordnance disposal teams at possible entry and exit points in urban centers. The Joint Task Force NCR will likewise provide assistance to motorists on major roads, particularly South Luzon Expressway and North Luzon Expressway. Its current peace and development activities will be strengthened to assist citizens, especially in the most visited cemeteries in Metro Manila. They are asking for the public's cooperation in ensuring safety and security during the holiday. Meanwhile, the National Capital Region Police Office remain in full alert.
We are maintaining yung level 3 alert natin, meaning na meron talagang possibility, if although wala tayong information, but still we do not discount the possibility na talagang merong mangyayaring terrorist act dito sa Metro Manila, given na this is the seat of government.
Long weekend, management says it does not expect to see any drop in the number of passengers today. According to bus terminal manager Roland Tagle, there were about 7,400 passengers on Saturday and another 7,000 on Friday. He expects 7,000 to 8,000 today. Tagle says many travelers may have waited for their salaries to come in this weekend. Others may have wanted to avoid the crowds and long lines. He assures, though, that there are enough buses doing the trips to the provinces so Filipinos can make it home for All Souls and All Saints Day. There are still seats available mostly in non-air-conditioned buses and some in air-conditioned buses. Security is still tight here, too. The Araneta bus terminal has doubled all its security guards in its entrances. They also have roving guards, 24 police personnel, and 6 from the military. Thankfully, there have been no incidents so far.